Welcome to the podcast What's Next from and with Carmen Cornelia Haselwanter. As an expert of self-determination and mindset mentor, I am discussing issues such as happiness in life, success in career, fascinating world of passion, endless growth, and healthy body and mind. Thanks for listening to the podcast and hope you're going to take the one or other advice for a growth in your life. Enjoy listening to it. Today is the last day of the year 2022. 364 days of this year had already been lived by you. And you're standing in front of the bridge to the year 2023. And I want to invite you that you take today the chance in standing there, get in your peace, and recognize what you have done today. These last days, the 364 days of the year 2022. What experience did you collect? What challenges did you go through? What have you recognized? Which people did you meet? What experience, what travels did you do in this year? Were there moments where you were trying very hard to recover? Were there moments and situations where you were on the way to give up? On the other hand, were there moments and situations where you truly enjoyed life at its best? Do you remember situations where you were crying out of the love? Where you enjoyed your company so much that you were begging that there was no time ending up? Did you just continue in this situation? Were you frustrated and hopeless? Where you were thinking what life is trying to tell you? Were there moments where your pain of your body was like really calling out all of your passions and patience in order not to cry out loud? Life is a journey, and we are standing in the middle. Once a while, it makes truly sense to sit back and to recognize what was the message here. I want to invite you that you find for yourself for the year 2022 with these 3 magic tools, that you find yourself a way of approach, a way of saying a word, a value in which you summarize how the year 2022 was for you recognized. So meaning when you look back in 10 years, that you say, oh yes, the year 2022 with these magic numbers were development, may you be saying, or challenging, or conquering, or finding my values, finding my calling, my purpose, whatsoever. And why is that so important? Because our life is a journey, an adventure at all times. Well, you see, the past is something which we are not able to change once we live through. It is just right here with this recording. Whatever I said just a few seconds ago is now part of this recording. I am not able to change it unless I make a new recording. Unless I decided that the wordings I decided and split out just in this very moment were not exactly what I really wanted to say. But in that very moment, I recorded it. And whatever you go through in life, your mind, your body is recording it just at the same time. When you look at the snake, she's changing her skin in a certain time frame, and then it's spreading out with her new skin. May you see today the 31st of December just like being a snake and taking all the skin which is not of use and just let it go. To let go things which is not of your help is a very good tool in order for you to understand that whatever is there may be gone. what is not of your use. But also, let's face it, every experience, and may this also be as hard and as difficult as it seems in this very moment, you learn so much out of it. There are things which we have to experience in order to go achievements and to understand our certain purpose, in order to go the next step. When I think back where I have been, my first 31st of December, being away from my family, I recall that I lived, that was the year 1807 in London. And I experienced an amazing celebration day, but still had in front of me a wise man who was inviting me already of the age of 18 to summarize what did I learn in these last 364 days. By that year, 1987, I started to reflect every year into its pieces, taking piece by piece and then recognize what did I take out of it. Try to find this kind of word in which I recall all this knowledge and wisdom which made me to what I am. Because let's face it as well, we are this experience. The me is actually the outcome of that, what had been on our way. The circumstances and the decision, what we made out of it, is truly also that, what makes us grow, what makes us to that, what we are now, every single one of us. I recall when within my age of 23, I was celebrating the 31st of December on a cruise ship of Costa Crociere. I was working there as a captain secretary and was within a multi-culture environment, team members, over 500 who were coming from all around the world. Looking back, I really have to admit that was one of my most fascinating 31st of December experience I ever lived. It was a tough life though, because we have worked 7 days in a row, mostly 12 to 13 hours a day, but still it was filled with such great talks, experiences, support, and friendships, which in these days, which was kind of tough, we lived through. To celebrate then in one way with my team colleagues, and then in the same time as well being in the position of an officer with clients from Argentina, America, and as well Europe, was just a fascinating time. But not only because of its celebration, but also because of the talks I was entitled to live through in this very moment, and teach me so much with my young age of 23, which now I would not like to miss. And here we are again, looking back in our past, and then we are taking things with us. On that very 31st of December, on that cruise ship, I took as my words growth and connection. These are the words which I took for me as a summary out of the year I lived by that. So what is it then what you are claiming here then? What is it that you would not say the year 2022 is in that very one word be described for your understanding once you look back? My year 2022 is clearly movement. In movement, there is the move, but as well, the way. The year 2022 made me decide that I quit, that I leave my corporate job and go clearly into the following of my calling, of my purpose, living my mindset mentoring, and take people along and support them by understanding what is a really meaning in life. By showing them that every single one of you is outstanding. Yes, listen to that. You are outstanding. Go to your mirror and tell yourself what an outstanding person you are. You're an individual with such great gifts and tasks you have given into your life. And I would like to invite you deeply that you follow your call, your purpose, because this is the reason why you're here. So standing here today on the 31st of December, be aware that your calling, take it with you. So just before you step over to the year 2023, take your bag and have a look what you carry with you. Leave all the things which are not of your support. Leave them there in the year 2022 and make sure that you take with you that what is supportive, what is making you live in order to live your purpose to the true calling. You decide what you take in the bag for the new year. You decide. And make sure these are things, values, supportive strategies which are helping you to make your life to the best version of yourself. Because that, my dear, is what you deserve as being this great individual with all these resources and unique strength you have. May these thoughts be with you, and may you do enjoy this 31st of December just before you're going to step into the new year. You are worth it. Thank you for listening to the podcast What's Next from and with Carmen, Cornelia, Haselwanter. Wishing you a great week and all the best in the meantime. Bye-bye.